So, yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Mal. You know what I'm saying? Villain Archives. You already know. You see the logo. We're gonna start something different. Um, Occasionally, I'll be interviewing whether it's creators, artists, affiliates, friends, family, strippers, whatever that's affiliated with Villain Archives. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit. What's the best way to kick it off with the first creator besides myself? Of course, Tim Ingram. Everybody, I want to introduce, if y'all don't even know him, now you do. He's already released Hell Player issue 1. It's been out for a few months. It's dope. You need to get it. Don't know what you wait for if you haven't. Hell Player 2 is already cooking. I've already started seeing the sketches for the first few pages. We've also got a couple other things brewing in the stew. You know what I'm saying? So Tim, like, what's good? What do we got going on for issue 2? But before you get into issue 2, give a little breakdown of issue 1, a quick little brief synopsis on that.
All right, hey folks. Issue one, it just starts out with a girl, Maria, who final con with her father after she's about to go to college. Had that little last stand with her dad, and a lot of events take place, and it's just the series of misfortunate events that just plague a girl that is bullied, and she reaches that breaking point, and you get to see the entire comic is about her response to when she's been pushed too far,
Okay,
and she reaches that breaking point.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So this is more on the lines of a horror kind of story, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, really imagine like a really long imagine something like the stand when it
Yeah.
was a show.
Yeah.
Like you got the beginning, then you got that really it's gonna be a really good horror story. Issue one and two are really just the base or just the basis of it.
Okay. All right. All right. So what's going on in issue 2? What can we expect from issue 2 and issue 3 and all that coming up? What do we got cooking for issue 2?
Issue two is definitely gonna be issue two is extremely important. It's where you get to see what she is offered by from who she is offered.
Okay.
And then you see like imagine the and then you get to see the worst week of her life.
Okay.
From what happens in issue one to issue two is literally 1 week.
Okay.
And at the very end of issue two, you're going to see a teaser for what she is capable of.
Okay.
Going forward in issue three, especially in issue three, it'll be the first time that you actually see 100% around what she does.
Okay.
They say her back's pushed up against the wall and she strikes back. And like they always said, hell has no fury like a woman scorned.
Ain't that the truth? You know what I'm saying? So how many issues is this story arc looking to be?
This first story arc, I'm aiming at least 10.
Okay. All right. All
Because
right.
originally, as you know, this was actually wrote as a book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm transitioning a lot of stuff, and I had part one and part two of the book.
Okay.
And when me and you started talking, and I joined up with Villains, I actually stopped writing the second part.
Okay.
I considered season two,
Okay.
and that's what I want to get back to because I had some really cool ideas for that issue for
Okay.
those.
All right. All right. So do you see any side stories, any spin-offs, any one-shots happening for this series?
Not yet.
Okay.
That would be more along the lines for what's going to come with the second part of this.
Okay.
So I interview.
Okay.
So once you get to the second part, I introduce something that I've been cooking on and working on for a very long time,
Okay.
and that's going to lead me down a different route that I really want to go down.
Okay. So you talking about issue 2 or the next story arc after this one is wrapped up?
After this one is wrapped up.
Okay. All right.
So I've created I have originally in my head I actually have a past, present, and future in this
Okay.
world I've created.
Okay.
And once I get done with the story arc and I introduce a certain person, I'm going to be able to branch off and do stuff from the past. And it actually all ties in together with everything that's happening.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what else you got cooking over there? I know there's more than a Hell player being worked on currently.
We got Murder Mouse, which I I don't know how much I really don't want to release too many details about Murder Mouse. You understand why?
Mm-hmm.
We're touching on a lot of touchy subjects with Murder Mouse, to say the to say the least. Murder Mouse is really right now, to me, 5 times scarier in the first issue than anything we put out for Hellplayer.
Nice.
Even the stuff that I got planned for Hellplayer, like when I wrote the first pages of this, I sat back and was like, whoa, I actually am getting able to play with a lot of the homages, a lot of the Easter eggs and stuff that we grew up watching, like the old 80s horror films. And I'm a huge Japanese horror film fan.
Okay.
So there's a whole thing that takes place as a homage, not even a homage, but I'm playing with these ideas that they put forth.
Nice.
Outside of that, I do have a story that's underneath both of these.
Okay.
2 serial killers. My version of version of the Firefly, I guess you could say the Firefly family, or Mickey and Mallory.
Yeah.
That are gonna pop up in and out of everywhere. They're gonna have a play in Murder Mouse. They're gonna have a play in Hellplayer, and hopefully next year I'm gonna change some things. I also have another story called The Land. It's called The Land 216.
Okay.
And again, more militaristic, more action, a little bit different than what I'm running with the other 2 books. And then, always in the cave, always grinding.
That's what's up. Because I mean, this year, how many? Not to toot our own little horns over here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's just 2 of us grinding 24/7. You know, how many books we put out so far?
You got what? You got 3.
I've got 3. And
I got 1 so far.
So in about a year, we've put out 4 books, Villain Archives, when I say we. And it's only September.
Right.
We've got another 3 in production. And I'm talking about like Chronicles is half done, inked. You know, I'm about to hire a colorist next week. You know, what else we got?
We got Player 2 and Murder Mouse.
That's 3 right there. And I could probably squeeze in issue 3 for Malice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so this year alone, Villain Archives, we gonna pump out material. You know, I mean,
it's only the start.
Yo, we gotta grind, man. And I don't know what everybody else is doing out there, but we out here hustling. We grinded. We ain't letting nobody, no virus, no person, nothing stop us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the bad guy. That's why it's Villain Archives all day. You know, we going against the grain.
Challenge accepted.
You know, like, I mean, I'm probably gonna put another comic book together just for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I want to do with Villain Archives is, because as I told you in the beginning, I want to work with. I mean, you know, we know with our years in the business, especially me, I've become real good friends with a lot of great, amazing, talented artists. You know, I'm talking about these guys are guys and gals. They're phenomenal. I consider them like family, love them. I be chilling with them at cons. They're great folk. One thing we're focusing on as a company is there's a lot of great talent out there that just can't find their way into the game, you know? And I want to take that talent and show them love. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them exposure. I mean, we're not selling, we're not making, Brian Polito numbers here, not yet. You know what I'm saying? We're not making millions, but we just started, and we're already on that right path. You know, like we've got some shit. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to do is put out like a free weekly comic kind of deal, like a web comic, nothing crazy, maybe like a page or 2, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I want to do with Villain Archives. I mean, there's endless possibilities. We could do a whole new story. We could use it as fillers if we just drop the new book. We could do little free online web comics about, filling in the little gaps.
Right.
I mean, possibilities are endless, but doing the free online web comics is probably in 2021's lineup for Villain Archives. Like they
That's
won't
not
be 20-30 page comic books. They'll be, maybe 2 or 3 pages, of whatever it is. It could be like I said, a Hell Player filler, or a Malice Chaos Theory filler, or a Chronicles filler, or maybe just something different, something completely new. Um, I've got a
and then you
couple
got
of artists that wanna they see the movement, and they want to jump in any way they can,
and
and
then you got me here in Cleveland. I've been linking up with a lot of filmmakers
yeah,
that I know
yeah.
and
No
talking with them.
porno, right? I,
Huh?
I heard about Cleveland. A lot of porn being shot out in Cleveland.
No, no porn out, no porn with me out here. um,
I don't want to see my logo on a booty shot somewhere.
no, trust me, nothing like that. But no, I got some friends in photography and a lot of people that I know. One of my close friends just got her movie on Amazon.
Okay.
Uh, she wants me to link up. I should be probably at the end of the year, early next year, meeting up with her producers and stuff. Because again, even though we've been grinding the way we've been grinding on social media and everything, people have been taking notice.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a great connection for me, and she's in love with the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's right up your alley even too with music.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, she like does everything, and then she's really invested. My buddy, the photographer I work with out here,
Mm-hmm.
he's invested. So definitely got a lot of stuff coming in the works. And like you said, that's one of the main reasons that I love working with villains is because the way we is what is that core motive to
Yeah.
highlight others.
Yeah.
You know, to
We,
take
yeah.
it's not it's something that the big industries stopped doing, and
Yeah.
I think
Nah,
that was
they
a huge
they worrying
discredit.
about lining their bottom pockets. You know what I'm saying?
And what
I
movies
get it.
coming out?
It's all about money at the end of the day. We're not doing this shit for free.
Right.
But you also can't forget why you started either. And that's one thing 10, 15, 20 years from now, God willing, if we're still doing this, I still want to be true to those core values. Like, yeah, we still working with these amazing unknown artists. Of course, we'll be working with big artists and all that good stuff. But at the bottom of it, we're trying to give a lane to those who can't find that path. You know what I'm saying? Because it took me 3 years to put together issue 1 of Chaos Theory. I learned a lot in those 3 years. Many ups and downs. Got screwed over plenty of times. But I also came across a shit ton of great artists. Some that are hungry, that are they got the same grind we have, and some they're great, but they're just lazy. You know what I'm saying? And you've got to like light a fire in their ass just so they can work. But it is what it is. Everything's a lesson, and I took what I learned with issue 1, and I applied it to issue 2, Chronicles, what we're doing with help with everything. Every time I drop a project, I'm always learning something new because that's just how the
No,
game
definitely.
works. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes quick, so you got to go with the flow. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing out here.
Oh,
We're not
definitely,
trying
man.
to. Villain
The last
Archives ain't trying to be part of the game. Villain Archives is the game. You know what I'm saying? People
amen
gonna
to
want
that.
to copy our flow soon. I'm not trying to do what this man did and that company did and these people did. You know, I'm doing what I want to do. You know, and if anybody got a problem with it, You know, I mean, shit, I'm in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Hey,
You
you
know?
already heard me. I'm in Cleveland, man. But no, and that's one of the main things, and that's another reason why I'm so happy to be with villains. Like when I came to you with the idea for Murder Mouse,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not gonna lie, I 100% expecting you to laugh at me and go, no, I am not touching this.
I love
and you,
controversy.
but you can understand why. Like the core story behind it. Like I
Yeah.
cannot wait for people to see that. And even with Hellplayer, man, I'm touching on a lot of touchy subjects that people don't really want to talk about at times.
But that's what
And
we do. We go against the
exactly,
grain. And
exactly. And like you were saying though, like the lessons that you've learned, and dude, I just want to say thank you to you because putting out issue one of Hellplayer, I learned so much from you
yeah, yeah.
that you've already seen me apply to issue two.
Yeah, because you were running a little crazy out there with issue one. I had to
Dude, I
make sure
figured,
I kept you in check.
hey, I figured I had one chance. I got the door open. I had one shot. I'm gonna fire every ball I have just because it's that first shot. If I only got one, I was gonna take the ball home with me.
But yeah, that's what I love, man. Putting out content that, I mean, it's not for everybody. A lot of people gonna love it, and a lot of people are just gonna be mad as fuck. You know? And it's so right, because at the end of the day, it's a comic book.
Right.
That's it.
We got to write for us, and
Yeah,
that's what it's really about. Like with villains, you get to be you.
yeah. Be
We're
creative.
not gonna we're not gonna try to put you in a. You're not trying to put somebody in a bubble.
Yeah, yeah,
Like we might try to tone you down a little bit, but
yeah. Like, think outside the box. Like, I don't need the next Superman comic or the next Batman comic. I'll leave that to the Marvel and DC and all of them. Let's put out the next Villain Archives comic. Like, what are we creating now? I don't want to recreate something. I want to give birth to something completely different. Each and every issue we do, every story we put out, whatever it is we put out, is giving birth to a whole new idea, not something that was recycled because another company made billions off of it. We're not doing that out here. If that's what you want to do, then they could go try to get a deal with Marvel and DC and all that. We're not about here doing that. You know, in
yep.
5 years, I want Marvel and DC and all the big guys taking notice. That's the goal. And if I gotta stir the pot, we gonna stir the pot. You know, we gonna
Oh,
stir the
trust me,
pot.
Mouse is already gonna do that.
And that's the plan. I love controversy, especially when the Chronicles of Malo with Cramp drop.
Oh God, dude, I
Um,
cannot. Me personally, I like if people are watching this, I will. I know I've been plugging my two books a lot in this conversation. I will, honest to God, say that is one book I am actually waiting for. Like that is on my list of stuff I want to read this year.
yeah,
Just and I don't even know the full story. I know the ideas. Like I haven't like
the
like
basis of the Chronicles of Malo and Cramp is just two cousins. It's me and my cousin Cramp, just just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed and going on these crazy ass adventures. And if you read the comic and you personally know me and my cousin, you already know what the hell's gonna be in store with this damn series.
yeah,
Because
that's why I
I
can't wait
feel
to get
this
to you.
series has potential to be an animated show. And that's what the goal is for 2021, is to get that, at least a pilot episode, done. And that's what's gonna
See, I can't wait to get out to New York and meet you guys.
happen.
You don't understand. Like I already where I work, I do the schedules for the managers.
Yeah.
You know how depressed I was having to destroy my own plans for New York Comic Con. Like
I
the schedule my days for that, knowing I wasn't coming to New York. I got like
Listen, I was looking for what matter of fact, New York City Comic Con should have been like next week. If I'm
yeah.
What a shitty year.
We still got two cons here in Ohio. We got a little local one. Then we got Akron still doing something. They're doing their pandemic con. I'll be there passing stuff out either way.
Yeah.
Me and my girl, we've already talked about it. I got some postcards made up. I'm gonna take some books with me. So I mean, Villains is gonna still be out there. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, it's not stopping us.
Yeah.
I'll be out there, mask and all, handing stuff out. Um, and dude, I cannot wait. Like, I have to repackage your package.
That's what she said.
No, dude, I had everything. I had everything set to go, and I said, "Hey, let me try," because you know what, we got that Kickstarter coming up, maybe middle or late next month for Murder Mouse.
Yeah.
Which, folks, keep your eyes out for that, because me and Malice got some great stuff we've been even talking about for that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting some sample stuff made.
Yeah.
Some more stuff came in.
Nice.
So this one was actually a surprise for you. You don't even know I have these. I actually got Villain Archives magnets.
Nice. I was actually looking at magnets. Nice.
So you actually do got a couple of those. You got stickers coming your way. I got pins made. Like, you got a nice little care package coming your way of just stuff. I said, hey, this is a few bucks. Let me see what this looks like.
Nice.
So I mean, this is stuff that I'll be taking with me. But yeah, everyone that I've been selling books and stuff for, they've gotten, this is little promo stuff. So I've been giving this stuff away, the stickers and stuff. I think you got my last sticker in your last package of one of the covers.
No, you haven't sent me.
No, I had to repackage. I got a second.
I'm about to say I never received anything.
No, I got it sitting right next to me. I got to go repackage it today.
Okay.
It should be going on Monday.
Okay.
But yeah, so like you said, man, it's all about this grind. And that's what I really want people to understand when it comes to Villains, is how much work we put into this. Because I know how much work you put in. God only knows how many times I've woken you up with some stupid ass questions.
Quite often, but most of the time I'm up. Believe it or not, most of the time I'm up.
But it's the love. That's the main thing. Like, don't take it wrong. Like, don't take the name for what it is. We might be the villains of the group, but we are showing you that the villains got the most love for it right now. This is the time of the independent comic.
Oh yeah.
And I really want people to notice that.
Oh yeah, this right now, this is the time for indies to shine, to be honest with you. Like, everything else is just seems like it's just going to shit. Everything's oversaturated. Every new big book got like 1 million variants. I mean, right now it's indies' time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's our year.
Oh yeah. 100% it is our year, and it's only going to grow from here.
Oh yeah.
Because like I said, just imagine if we get the 7 books out this year, 8 if you push your Malice.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, people need to just realize what we have in store for next year. Because I'm talking about, like, we talked about 3 series for me. You got 2 or 3 already.
What I wanted to put out this year, most likely, realistically, is not going to happen by Christmas. So I'm looking for early winter for a Garden of Knives release.
Oh God!
Because that is such a big story that it's gonna take time to get that put together. And on that, I'm gonna need the best of the best artists. I think I'm gonna call out some of the big homies to put out some crazy covers, because Garden of Knives is that's something different right there. I think that'll blow people's minds away. Like you're putting out the horror books. That's your lane. I'm putting out the weed stoner comics and the hood gangster shit. Like, that's my lane. And that's the good thing. Everyone's that's coming together. We all got our own little niche, our own little, you know, our own little lane, and everyone's coming together. And it's just one big crazy, dope comic gumbo we got cooking on the stove, you know. And that's why we gonna put out nothing but the best content. I mean, we're not gonna put out 1,000 issues of Malice and Hellplayer. No, we
That's just
putting
our
out
that's just
different
our start.
series. Yeah, we Malice is ending after issue 6. You know what happens after that? I haven't given any thought, but right now it ends at 6. You know, I need to push more material out. I've got about a whole library in here that I need to get put on paper. You know, and
So
that's what we're doing.
you're gonna find this hilarious. I actually have 7 notebooks filled with material
Hmm.
that's been wrote over the last 10 years.
Nice.
Murder Mouse and Hellplayer
Hmm.
and The Land are actually 3 new books that I came up with off the top of my head. I haven't even touched, like you said, you had your library. I haven't even touched mine. That's there's a story in there.
Yeah.
That is my goal. That I'm gonna be 100 with you. That is my goal. That is my goal to get to. But I'm not gonna go till I get these going because I
Yeah.
need to learn because I'm learning with what I'm doing now to put towards that.
Oh yeah. Every issue I've put out, I've always learned something new. How to go about putting it together, or whatever the case was. You know, working with different artists. How any aspect, I've always learned at least one or two different things for every issue, every book every project that I've put out. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the grind don't stop, because one thing I know how to do is hustle. You know, and that's
Amen to
what we're
that.
doing. If it wasn't for the grind, I'd be lucky I even sold one issue of Malice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, same here for Hellplayer, bro. I
You
came
know?
out there in the summer of a pandemic. And we what? How many? What? Remember, we originally had the free comic book day.
Yeah.
Was the original release day. I
Hmm.
had a table lined up and everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Oh,
got and then everything got shut down on me.
damn.
Literally. You don't get no colder, harder told truth than the government shutting down your state.
Yeah, the whole world just shutting down and saying, you know, let's fucking start over.
Hey, we didn't shut down though. We adjusted.
But you know what? That was the best thing, because you know what? Now we got more time to focus on putting more shit together. You know,
Yep.
instead of just falling back and putting things on pause, we just worked extra harder. You know.
It let us know. It was a huge sign for me and you for each other to show that we were in this together, and
Yeah.
only that we had the same drive.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times me and you were talking about covers back and forth, because I already know with what I'm working on for Hellplayer 2, in my head, I'm going up against Malice issue 2.
Hmm.
It's not. It is. I don't want people to get it construed that I'm thinking I got to outdo you. It's this friendly competition that me and you've always had.
That's how.
We always,
That's one thing we got. That's one thing we do over here at Villain Archives. Like, yo, if if the other creators putting out some badass covers and content, yo, try to put us, try to beat him. And it's not like you said, it's just friendly competition, because at the end of the day, people are gonna be like, wow, these guys are putting out some shit. I want everything.
yeah.
I want every cover they put out for every book, because
Yep.
everything is hot, hot, hot. Look, in case you didn't know, here, look, these came in today, issue 2.
That
Yeah.
Eminem cover, bro. I still, when you showed me, even that one, dude. When you showed me that Eminem cover, though, that was the one. That one.
I
In
think,
your
believe
movie
it or
house.
not, this one right here is probably my favorite. It just looks so. It looks like the Juice movie cover.
Oh, it does. But that one right there, dude. Like that right there, with right after seeing the Juice cover to see that cover was like, wait a minute, I got to step my game up.
This was
That one.
good. This was actually originally, I had this artwork done. It was going to be a variant for issue 1. But I wound up, I was talking to the owners of Locked and Loaded Comics, and here's this last one. This is a freebie if you buy all of them. I was talking to the owner of Locked and Loaded Comics, my man Zach, and he fell in love with it. And I was like, yo, if you want, this could be an exclusive for issue 2 for your group. He was like, hell yeah. So that's when we kept it. I've had that in the bank for like a year and a half.
Yeah. I remember when you first sent me that first sketch.
Mm-hmm.
I was working on issue 1 of Hellplayer when you were doing that.
Mm-hmm. I was itching to use that cover. Itching.
At some point, like I said, man, I'm launching my new series of covers with that one. I got my movie homages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that upcoming heavy metal cover really has me psyched. Like, I can't wait to do those.
The artist that's working on that, he's gonna blow your mind away. He killed this Becky cover. He killed this. This was just bananas.
Right.
This is just sick. Now wait till he does that homage. Oh my God, this man is gifted. And this goes back to what I was saying. Villain Archives. You know, we work with a lot of this amazing talent from across the globe. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the U.S. I mean, art is art. Whether you in the United States or you in the Philippines or you in Brazil,
Canada.
talent is talent, you know? And if you got the talent and you got the drive, you got a place to work.
Yeah.
You know? Because we grind so hard, you will always be busy. Mm-hmm.
Always doing something.
Always be busy.
Covers, comics, prints.
Mm-hmm.
Always something.
We always got some project that needs to be done.
Just wait till next year when we start traveling.
Oh man, I can't wait for the convention scene to open back up again. Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, dude.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Billings all over the country.
Oh yeah. Yep. It is going to be insane. It is going to be insane. All right. So what are we looking forward to a couple years down the line from the creative mind of Tim?
It's a Game of Thrones storyline. I'm one of those people that if I read something I think I can do it better, I'm going to do it better. Mm-hmm. I have a Game of Thrones assassin world that I created. And that's my goal. That is that comic that I was talking about. There's a really badass spinoff for that one that I think you're talking about covers that can blow people away. I have my own version. I call them the Birds of War.
Okay.
And when I get to actually delve into them and what I want to do with them, I think it'll put us on a whole different level. It takes everything from like the fantasy genre and puts it with the horror genre. So that's where, and then you'll see how everything trickles down into modern day.
Nice.
Into what happens with Hellplayer, what happens with, because there's certain things in a couple of these books where I'm going to put Easter eggs that I've already put Easter eggs in.
Yeah.
And that people don't realize go back to this.
Yeah.
Nice. I do got a question for you though, Mallet. Issue 1 of Hellplayer. Did you ever look at the trade cover and the way I explained the story to you?
The trade cover?
The regular trade cover.
Hold on, let's pull up the trade cover.
I don't think you'd realize what I did with that.
Let's pull up the trade cover. All right.
The entire story is right there.
Okay. Yeah. I see it. I see it. I see the wolf in the closet. Shorty's mad at the cosplayer. Mm-hmm. And you see, that's the dope part about it. You've got the whole story on the cover. You know, a lot of people won't get that if they don't if they're not really thinking out like that. You know what I'm saying?
I figured it's been enough time that since we're moving on to issue 2, I should
Yeah.
finally reveal that one to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
I know
that's
when I was
dope.
because I know when we initially put that out, you were questioning a lot of stuff about that cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's even it goes into even the issue 2 too. Trust me, there's a lot of for some reason I seem to be really good with my trade covers about putting Easter eggs in them.
Yeah. And that's the one thing too that I try to explain to you about covers. Don't do a cover for the sake of doing a cover. You know, do a. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have your homages or whatever. Sure, that's fine. But like your main covers, your main core covers, let it reflect the story and not just a part of the story, like the whole issue. You know, in one picture. Like for example, one thing I did with issue 1 with this Becky cover, you know, any hood person will tell you just looking at that picture, what does it say? You know, it's a saying we have in the streets: money over bitches, you know. But if you look close right here, it's money. The whole saying is money over bitches. But if she's your main one, she keeps that thing close to protect you just in case, you know. And in the story, Rebecca is probably I think is one of my favorite characters out the whole story. And you know, and it's crazy because the main character is named after myself. You think that would be my favorite character? No, she's my favorite character because she went from this this person who's not involved in the street life, who didn't know anything about this kind of lifestyle, and then got attracted to it, fell in love with it, and sits at the top of of the streets. You know, she's such a gangster, but not one of them hood gangsters. She's smart. You know, she's intelligent. She knows how to move because the person she learned from knows how to move too. So she took her book smarts and applied it to what she was learning, and she's just unstoppable. And if you read issue 2, um, shit gets intense. You know, yeah, shit's gonna get crazy in the next couple issues. Her conflict starts in issue 2. You know, uh, yeah, it's gonna be insane, man. I'm so excited for this. I'm actually gonna read it tonight. I mean, I've read it, but I like to read my comics when they come out. You
Oh,
know,
same here.
like
Um,
I like to actually sit down. I mean, I don't mind reading a digital comic every now and then, but I actually open up a book and read it,
oh,
even if it is mine.
there's nothing like the physical copy.
Oh yeah,
Never.
yeah,
Um, issue 3 is going to be for Hell Players my issue, where I get to start having a little bit more fun.
hmm
I have literally for me I have deemed that issue the issue of blood.
yeah,
I've given you a little bit of a taste of it, and I really can't wait for people to see that final page again because of the one thing that again pushing buttons that I'm doing with it, but
hmm
it's just that when you actually get to see her fight back,
yeah,
like that is to me like it was just fun to write. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. To me that's where you actually get to see it become the horror story.
yeah. Shit, I mean, buttons are meant to be pressed. Rules are meant to be broken. That's how I see it.
If they can't take a joke, fuck them.
Yeah, and if you're gonna be all sensitive and oh my god, how can you say that? Then you know what? Fucking, I don't know what to tell you. Go do something with yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's a comic book.
And also at the end of the day, you got to remember we're villains.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect the bad guy, you know? We're going against the grain. We're not playing with we're not going by the status quo. You can't say, oh well, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. Who the fuck said I can't? I can and I will.
Also, next year we got our project.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Taking two completely different worlds and putting them together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I can't with. I'm actually looking really forward to doing that. That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like a CW Arrowverse crossover.
The ideas, man. Definitely the ideas, man.
It's all about ideas. Worst thing that can happen with an idea is that it don't work out.
Right.
All right. So then you scratch that off and then you go about it a different way. That's it. You know, the grind don't stop because you hit a wall.
No, you just knock it down and go around.
Plain and simple. Yo, the original artist, interior artist for Malice, left me on my back with only 6 pages inked, paid for 10, you know,
shit.
and after 4 months, it's just MIA. You know, so that was a lesson learned. It sucks, but you know what? If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met the artist that I work with now. He's reliable. He knocks his shit out the box quick. He knows exactly what I want. He could pretty much put out what I have in my head, and he knocks it out quick. You know?
I've been lucky. I got lucky with that with Gregory,
Mm-hmm.
Hell player.
Yeah, sometimes I don't respond in the group text because I'm always like doing a million things, but I see the preliminary pages he got going for the first few. Like he's already sketched out like 4 or 5 of them.
I think he's on 5 now.
Yeah, he's killing it.
And like I said, personally, I was again a little worried about that because it's a conversation between her and a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the actual pages that he's drawn, dude, the way he's captured emotion, like the eyes and everything was perfect.
Yeah, that's all it's about, man. It's about the art interpreting your words because they're not going to see exactly what it is that you wrote down on when you wrote that script, you know.
And that was an interesting experience for me right there.
Yeah.
The first time writing a script.
Oh man,
dude, dude. I read so many things, watched so many videos, and I'm just like I'm a writer.
Yeah.
And I was writing stories, like novels and stuff, and they were always just for fun.
Yeah.
To try to translate a novel into a script for a comic and then a comic book. Dude, I was sitting here for like 3 hours just staring at a wall like, yep, this ain't happening.
That happened to me in the beginning. When I first wrote Malice, I wrote it in a novel form because, I had no intentions of making a comic book. And then it came out hot, and I took the challenge of making it a comic book. And when I was doing the research how to, put together my own comic book, and it said script, I'm like, what the fuck? A script? Holy shit, now I gotta learn something else.
Right.
All the videos, like you said, all the videos and all that stuff. I'm just like, fuck. Shit.
So, did I ever tell you the full story about 2 years ago when me and you first started talking, why it took so long for me to decide?
No.
2 years ago, I died.
Okay.
I didn't know I was diabetic, went in over 1,000 blood sugar.
Oh,
went to the hospital. Yeah, actually went to the hospital and flatlined 7 days after my birthday.
That's crazy.
We started talking we started talking at the end of June, and that happened, and then you pretty much like stayed on me for like 6 months, just BSing about villains. That's all we were doing.
Yeah.
And then it was literally almost a year later where I just said, okay, fine, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
It was talking to you, and like when I made my final decision, as much as I don't like motivational speakers, is you'll find it hilarious because especially who it was, Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah.
I saw Kevin Smith live up here in Akron. He had a free show or whatever. I got lucky to go, and just hearing him say, like, you had somebody, like you said, someone would say, "Hey, I'm an aspirant." You don't aspire to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what hit me hardest with villains was that message, like you keep saying, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how Hellplayer and I actually that was my journey to villains.
Yeah. And you see, like, and I was here to guide you on that path to putting your first book out, what steps we got to do. I learned all this on my own. I didn't have that person helping me and showing me the ways. You know, I had to learn this business by, chilling in the cut, but so like the day I got my book in the mail, I tell you, I almost fucking cried.
I did. You saw the video.
So
you saw the video.
I know when. So I know how you felt the day you got your books.
Right.
Like it gives me chills every time I get books in the mail because
dude, same here, dude.
I know what I went through to put that story out.
Dude, that was officially the hardest unboxing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Like just especially to be filming it on top of that.
Yeah.
Like I literally was so nervous. I lost my knife.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say that? And you want to, and when I got done filming and everything, I looked down, it was literally sitting next to the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that, and I will say, the other time that I actually had to hold back tears has been my family.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is when we go to put these books out. We literally almost have to become ghosts.
Yeah.
It's literally work and grind. To actually be able to hand my father, my sisters, and them these books was like a moment of pride that no one, like, I don't care what happens to me the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That and handing these books to my family, my girl, like those are moments to me now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you what you did was you took
it was the validation.
You took an idea, a story, and then you gave birth to this.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people want to do this and don't know the lane, or they just can't make it work. And not only did you put out a comic book, but you actually made money off your book.
Yeah.
You sold that people actually bought it. And they want more. That's the difference.
Oh yeah, dude. Like you and like I said, I didn't, me being naive and being the first book and everything. I kept you going. Oh, wait till it hits you that you got your book in a store.
Yeah.
Wait till your local wait till your local store. The local comic book store only picked up like 4 or 5 books. I got home. I live like 2 miles from the store.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was talking to you because I messaged you about it, didn't I? And like out of nowhere, I just said, "Wow," and I went quiet for like 10 minutes. And you're like, "Dude, are you okay?"
Yeah.
And like I said, and this is another thing that you were talking about with villains that really got me to come with you on this journey, dude, and why I'm so loyal to villains is being able to now, if people want to go this route, we can help. If you got the story, you got the talent, we can help you.
That's the goal. Like I'm not Villain Archives. The company isn't here to jerk people around. It isn't here to make money off everyone else's hard work. Nah. Because at the end of the day, you're a creator under Villain Archives. I want my creators, my artists, my whatever, to make the biggest cut of the product. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here to rob anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, Villain Archives as a business is gonna make a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, shit, we gotta make money. you know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the creator, the artist, whatever, is gonna get the biggest nut, you know, because at the end of the day, that's your project, you know, that's your project, you know, and that's one thing that I feel is gonna be it's gonna separate us from everybody else, you know. It's not like here, draw this comic book, or you got a nice story, we're gonna take it, we'll give you 30% and we'll keep the rest. No, actually, we're not doing that like that, you know. We're doing it the opposite way. We want y'all to make the most money, and of course we're gonna make our little nut off of it as well, you know, because that's what's gonna keep bringing in the talent, and then people gonna want to work for us,
Yep.
you know, because
And seeing, and
everyone's
seeing,
making money.
and seeing their work is what's going to help keep us hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're making money, you're making good money. Our lights are on. We making money. Everyone's happy. You gonna want to keep creating. You're gonna want to keep putting out content because you're making bread. You know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, right now we're not making millions. We're not making, big money, but we're making a couple dollars. But we're getting a shit ton of recognition. We're getting
Yep.
followers. We're getting we're getting people that are reading our stuff, and it's like, yeah, man, where's issue 2, man? Issue 1 was dope. Where's issue 2? Wait, you know what? What's that about? Let me grab that because I know, these guys put out this other series and I liked it. Let me see what else they got. You know, so whatever we put out, they gon' they gonna buy it. You know, right now we starting from the bottom. We getting a
And nowhere,
fan base. You know,
nowhere to go but up.
that's it. And if we hit any roadblocks, any walls, I mean, shit, we not even going around it. We busting right through the wall, plain and simple. And if anybody feels some type of way or whatever, I mean, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
Again,
shit.
it goes back to my old adage that I've said multiple times, you can't take a joke. Fuck you.
Yeah, can't take the joke. You feel some type of way. You feel like you ain't at the level of Villain Archives or whatever. Hey, listen, work harder. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I grind 24/7. You
Yep.
know,
Been
I
here.
I eat, shit, sleep, everything I do.
Yep.
You
And
know,
shit, I think I'm the only creator that I've ever heard be told, Tim, you're writing too much.
like I'm always. You look at the notepad on my phone. You're probably gonna be scrolling like 15 minutes of all the little random little snippets I got of different ideas and stories and things of
Oh,
that nature.
dude, I'm the same way. Trust me, I'm the same way.
You know?
Sitting, dude, I got an entire issue wrote on my notepad for Murder Mouse just from sitting inside of work.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, this would actually be pretty cool. Like, okay, I can do this.
You know what I'm saying? But on that note, we're gonna wrap this up because shit, I think we've been talking for like a good hour and a half,
I
and
think we have been.
we want people to actually sit through this, you know.
Right.
But like I said, this is the first of possibly many Villain Archive exclusive interviews. I mean, shit, why not? We got to do something different. We got to get out there, you know, live from the lab, and you know,
Do
as a
that.
Villain Archive, I just gotta say one thing: as a Villain Archive creator, you coming on a Villain Archive show are not wearing Villain Archives anything.
It got washed.
See what I'm saying? You are not prepared for this, sir.
No, it got washed, man. It was in the wash. I own a husky, bro.
Bro,
It,
you should have put a sticker on your mask or something.
you know how it is like 80 degrees right now in my cave. I have only thing I have right now that I'm looking at is my HP hoodie. I would be sitting here dying right now.
You got the hoodie. Let me see how the hoodie looks.
Hold on a second.
Nice. Nice. How do you like it?
Oh, dude, I love this thing.
Nice.
Trust me, I love that damn thing.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. The husky, man. We took the husky out earlier. She jumped in mud and jumped on me. Thing got covered in mud and fur.
See, why are you wearing your Villain Archives apparel outside if you know you're gonna be on an
Because
interview?
I just
I'm just
I don't
fucking
even.
with you.
I know. No, you're right, dude. I thought about it when I sat down. I'm like, at least I'm wearing black and red. I got the right colors on.
I think this is the best looking logo ever.
Oh, dude, I love it. Like I
Mhm.
said, when I come out to New York, bro, you better have a tattoo studio lined up.
I got tattoo studios across the nation lined up.
No, I have to get my. It's the thing with. I'm sorry, you have to understand. The villains tattoo on me has to happen in New York. I want it in the home of villains.
I will take you to the hoodest tattoo parlor then, because that's where Villain Archives was birthed in the hood.
It can't be nowhere else though.
For
For real, dude. It has to be in the home.
real, for real. All right. So on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. All right. Shout outs to Tim Ingram. We got a lot of shit popping for 2020 and 2021. All right. It's your boy Mal Capitan, and I'm out.
Y'all have fun.